Black Whirlwind's ghost wants to eat me. Hello, and welcome back to Jade Empire. When last we left off, we killed Gao the supposedly greater. I don't know, I'm pretty sure I had more trouble with his son. And we broke that building's roof. Well, Kang did. We helped by...
Looks like you've smashed all your enemies around here. We need to find someone else to fight.
Well said, Hulk.
Let's go back to your camp at Tien's Landing. Use that flying machine to go to the Imperial City. They have plenty of wine and plenty of fighting.
We will most certainly do that. But probably not in this part. No, we have other tedious things to do. Like talk to Kang.
Hey! Ha ha! Much kicking and such. It really gets the blood flowing. And explosions. Lots of blood flowing from those too. I replaced the dust inductor. The Marvelous Dragonfly will cross the sky at your whim, for a short way.
That was fast.
The heavens welcome my machines, but not without considerable cajoling. If you want to fly more than a short distance, I will need an inscrutable power source.
I have an inscrutable power source.
Ha ha! What wonders cling to you, my friend? There were only two in this whole region, and I destroyed one so Inquisitor Lim would not make off with my Marvelous Dragonfly. The other was with the Lotus Assassins, but the fools only used it for demolition. Now, here you stand with it. I will put it in the Dragonfly, and it will be ready to go. Not the ideal placement. If it shook more, the heavens might think we were afraid and take pity. This is more stable, but not as fun. Okay, she's ready to go. Hop on. I know a nice safe landing place just outside Tien's Landing. Very unlikely we'll crash.
What about... Yeah, we'll ask about Rue. What about Rue? He's waiting to take me back.
Don't worry about that. When the Marvelous Dragonfly takes off, the earth shakes and the sky trembles. You can't miss it. Your friend will see us take off, and he'll head back to town on his own.
Probably. Okay, let's get out of here. And apparently Black Whirlwind is really impressed by... What was that behind me? A gong? I don't know, but he's quite transfixed.
Ha ha! Everybody on board! The Marvelous Dragonfly is about to take flight!
And Sky just had nothing to say about that. And we got Shrieking Fury! It's a, well, you'll see in a minute. Oh, please don't let my controller die again. I mean, I'm using the 360 controller now, so it shouldn't die. The PS4 controller is, it is wireless, so... I don't know, it just doesn't like that. And we just got Shrieking Fury. It's homing missiles. As you will see in there. Yeah, it's homing missiles that hit multiple targets. I honestly prefer the shield. I was aware. I noticed by how I killed them and the blue thing filled up. That I erroneously referred to as red in the last time we had to do this. Uh-oh. Ooh. Spread shot. The downside of the spread shot is that you have to hit it for every shot, as you can see. But it's 3 instead of 1, and I think it might actually do more damage. So therefore it's better. Even if it is hell on your ears. Yay! We killed him real good today. Did the loading screen start popping one in and then swapped out another? Weird. Man, the EPA is gonna be pissed when they see us. Oh crap.
This new flyer seems nicer than the one we took from Gal the Lesser. Although, I'm really only judging by how shiny it is. A poor guess, I'm sure.
No, no. The Marvelous Dragonfly is superior to the amber mosquitoes I foisted on Gao. And actually, the shinier the better. The heavens like their glory reflected.
I'll take your word for it.
A shame I can't leave it on the ground for all to see, but I'm not going through all this just to have it stripped to the frame by local brats. I'll call it back if we need it.
Does he have blast marks around his eyes? Huh. How do you control it from this distance?
Well, it's much like the dilemma of the centipede. If he relaxes and lets things happen, he can walk naturally all day long, his 100 legs not missing a step. But if he thinks too hard about the complexity of what he's doing, those legs might crash into the tea house and kill everyone. A valuable lesson.
Cool. I will speak to you when I am ready to make use of your machine, Kang.
Now we have everything we need to follow Master Li's captors to the Imperial City. I am eager to do so after all the resistance we have encountered.
It's gonna be so hard not calling him Krang. And we're just in conversation with Dawnstar now. Might as well see how she's doing.
I'm trying to feel good about what happened at Gao's fortress, the lair of his pirates. We went looking for our master and perhaps another flyer. What we found, I was not prepared for how cruel people could be. Seeing those people with no control over their fates, it is similar to a pain in my past that I have not thought about for a long time.
Man, you sure do like talking about yourself. Oh, it's so hard not to ask that third one. You don't speak much about your life before the school.
I would not dream of saying my experience is similar to those poor people in Gao's fortress, but that lack of control, I know that well. One of the only things I know about myself is that on the morning I was born, the sky was red, like distant mountains were on fire. Perhaps it was dirge burning, as Zeus said. I believe it was an ill omen, and that stigma is why my abilities became a burden. That's why I must have been left at the school. To be subject to the whims of someone else just because of what you are, be you slave or outsider. Yes, I know that well.
Their slavery was enforced by bars. Yours seems self-inflicted.
I already said I'm not drawing a direct comparison.
Well,
I
hell
know
you're
full
not.
well that there is a difference between being shunned and being imprisoned. However, they can take cold comfort in being able to see the bars holding them. No one was pretending they are anything but slaves. When people find out about my abilities, I make them uncomfortable, but no one says it aloud. The walls that keep me out are unseen, but they are there.
Did she just try to say that she has it worse than slaves? Like, yeah, I get it. Social ostracism is really, really tough to deal with, but, no, I'm pretty sure they have it worse. Again, you cloud the issue. Their suffering is real, you are just moody. Yeah, I'm gonna be a dick here.
You are infuriating. You claim that I could not possibly know a similar pain unless I too was made a slave?
Kinda.
You'd better hope not, or you won't be able to fathom what is wrong with the restless spirits until you are dead yourself. I am through speaking for now. I'm sorry I brought it up.
Okay.
Be well, my friend.
Maybe she is moody. She seems to be having some violent mood swings there. Yeah, sure, let's talk to Black Whirlwind.
What? What do you want?
Tell me something about your past.
I remember one time I was hired by 2 warring clans. They were going to discuss a peace treaty, and they wanted me to make sure things didn't get out of hand. A bunch of fights broke out in the first few days, but after I'd killed a few dozen of their clansmen, they settled down. That's when things got boring. The leaders took the next 3 days to talk, and if they hadn't let me dip into their wine stocks, I might have snapped sooner than I did.
I'm surprised you lasted that long.
The clan leaders were agreed on peace, except for one thing. Jinlo, a beautiful clanswoman. Both leaders wanted her, and neither would give her up. After 5 days, it looked like the peace would fall apart. It looked like the 2 leaders were about to come to blows over Jinlo, so I stepped in. It was my job to stop them from fighting. So, I cleaved the wench in 2 and told them each to take a half. Seemed like a good idea at the time.
I don't know. I don't know if it's just me or... does it seem like that's based off the ancient Chinese story about Liu Bei, Guan Yu, Zhang Fei, and Diao Chan? Anyway, the way the story goes is she was creating a wedge in their trio and trying to set them against each other. And as the group was about to come to blows, Guan Yu, the master of seeing through such obfuscations and diplomatic tact, hacked her in half. Because, you know, that's what you do when you want to tell your friends bros before hoes. Ha! Ah, that's thinking, Whirlwind.
They weren't too happy with my decision. Everyone turned on me. Of course, they all died, but they gave it a good effort. I don't know what they were so upset about. Better a quick death by the sword than the prolonged agony of your heart being ripped from your chest and thrown to the dog.
Yeah, I may be going good on this route. That doesn't mean that I can't revel in past evil.
What are you asking me for? You've got everything you need to make that flying machine go. So, let's go already.
No, we don't have enough time today.
I'm looking forward to getting to the Imperial City. They've got the cheapest wine in all the Empire. And plenty of it. Nah.
We're going to go a bit over time on this one, because we have a lot of people to talk to. Oh god, do we have a lot of people to talk to. In fact, I just remembered another people we need to talk to. Gotta go talk to... What was his name? Sheng? Minister Sheng? We gotta go talk to him. Because he might give us money. And better yet, XP. Whee! I don't think Gufu the Sweet, despite having an actual name, is important. I think she just gives you, like, background info.
You're crazy.
And we have enough of
Get
that.
on with your day, youngster. We're just passing time.
Have fun with that. The hell? Huh.
Hello, hello. Don't think I'm ungrateful for your earlier efforts. I do, however, have much to do. Was any man ever so eternally busy as Minister Sheng?
Me? I have some questions for you.
The dam is closed and the town is saved, so Minister Sheng feels magnanimous. That means I will answer your questions, by the way.
And apparently he's not who we need to talk
Very
to.
well, run along. Now that the dam is closed again, Minister Sheng is on his way back to the Imperial City. I'm sure of it.
Good for you.
Konio kioia kawaia wo kawaia watita osia kwanif nipawia.
It is good to see you again. We have told Minister Sheng of your bravery in freeing us from the pirates, but no words can do justice to your great and generous deeds.
I never thought I'd be glad to be back here, but I am.
Yes, yes, Minister Sheng is properly grateful that you were able to free the peasants. You truly are a great hero, and so on and so forth. More importantly, you destroyed the pirates who plagued Minister Sheng's administration of this town. Here is your reward.
There we go.
Owowo sun so anawa kawaras tata safayet.
Thank you once again. May fortune smile upon you for your good deeds. Gotta admit, I don't think I ever, in any of my other playthroughs, actually came back for that reward. I always forgot about it. Because, much like you probably wish I would, I always just wanted to get to the Imperial City and out of Tien's Landing as fast as possible. Okay, now we can go back to talking to everybody about their problems that we can't do anything about. I get stuck on walls.
What do you want?
Actually, we're going to talk to you later.
Okay.
It's important that we talk to Wildflower later. Let's talk to Ho.
Prosperous tidings. What can humble Ho do to assist you today?
What do you think about our current situation?
It would seem that we at last have the means necessary to get us back to the Imperial City, and for that I should be very glad. However, I must now face the greatest trial of all. My sweet wife will no doubt be waiting for me. Soon my time with the cannibals will be nothing but a fond memory.
Why did you marry your wife if she's so difficult?
Like many things in my life, it can be traced back to very bad luck on my part. As I mentioned once before, I was a master of the drunken master style. I was the tournament champion in Phoenix Gate when things spun out of control. My need for wine took its toll on my body. There are long periods I don't even remember. After one such period, I came to, having lost most of my clothes and all my money. I was destitute, and without the ability to buy more wine, I couldn't even fight.
Wine is a dangerous companion. No, gotta go with the bottom one. Whole months! That's impressive.
Eventually, I found work cleaning out creature cages at the local arena. One day, I was approached by a man who remembered seeing me fight. He offered to sponsor me. Just like that, I was back in the ring. After climbing my way back to the top of the tournament, my sponsor told me it was time to fulfill my end of the bargain.
Yeah, there's always a catch, isn't there?
Apparently, the agreement stipulated that I must marry his niece. If only I had read the agreement more closely, I could still be shoveling dirt in the creature cages. Alas, fate had a crueler path in mind for me. Let that be a lesson for you. Always read the fine print, or you may end up with more than you bargained for.
Good lesson. And, yeah, this is back in the days when BioWare was squeamish about profanity. Fucking bitches. Yeah, I have to stumble out my profanity, but at least I'm willing to get it out there. Tell me more about yourself, Ho.
Perhaps in a little while. Memories of my wife are difficult to bear, especially when she is so very far away and I may never see her again.
Never get tired of that.
As you wish.
Okay, I don't think that Zoo has anything for us, but we should check.
The way is clear to the Imperial City. You need only to speak to our mad friend Kang, and he will prepare the flyer.
I want to talk about what Inquisitor Lim said about you. You know, that thing that you weren't there for.
That is an old wound. My departure from the Lotus Assassins was not gentle for either side. My immediate companions, those who were my brothers, fell by my hand.
Lim was not among them. He would have died if he was. I was labeled as the one who deserted, and I am occasionally recognized. The result is always the same. Another death. More blood spilled. Such a waste for a hatred they cannot even understand.
Must be difficult to regret the deaths of so many. I wouldn't know.
Regret? I have no regret for killing anyone who challenged me of their own will. Death is a measurable cost of your actions. Some earn it sooner than others. Strength is the way of things, and death is the end. Or should be. Some do not respect either. They have enough of one to defy the other.
Enough of which? Strength or death?
Does it matter? Denying someone's strength is to place yourself above that person without merit. Denying death is to step outside the natural order. Both are harmful. I did some harsh things while with the Lotus Assassins, but they no longer follow a path I recognize. They are a mirror of Death's hand, and he embodies corruption. You will see as you get close to him. He draws out the worst in everyone and displays it for all to see.
Man, this is making me want to play KOTOR. In fact, I might. I'm changing my mind on that. It won't be soon, though. We got other stuff in the pipe first. I see nothing in what they do that would scare off a killer like you.
Ignorance does not make truth go away. It only hides it. Perhaps we will talk again when I see more of where your path will lead you.
Hint, hint.
For now, we should make our way to the Imperial City. That is where they took your master, and where we will find the heart of the Lotus Assassins.
I don't think we should bother asking about him again.
Goodbye, then.
Okay, 2 more. I'm stuck on the fire.
Something's on your mind?
I'm wondering why you can't close your shirt and what those weird clip things are. Do you have a minute to talk?
Of course. I was just thinking about things. Gao richly deserved his death, but I'm not sure I ever really expected it to happen.
And again, I have to manually get through his dialogue. What is wrong with Sky's dialogue? How does that make you feel?
I feel fine, but determined. Our work isn't done, but we've taken a small step by removing that stain upon the Empire's honor.
I'm not going to get used to that. How did you track Gao?
Gao's slavers took my daughter, Pin Mei, and I was able to follow them. Fortunately, they didn't cover their tracks. I chased them down, trying to reach her. I was too late. Pin Mei was spirited, and I'm sure she fought them. I believe they decided she was too much trouble and killed her. 5 years old, and they ran her through. I found her dead by the roadside and stopped my pursuit. By the time I cared to continue my chase, the slavers were long gone.
That's terrible. I'm sorry to bring this up.
It's fine. Thank you for your concern, but for the most part, I've come to terms with her death. But why dwell on this? Gao is dead, and perhaps Pin Mei has found some peace. That's what really matters. That and what we still have to accomplish.
Things like this are important to dwell on.
You're right, but we have to pick our time, and now isn't it. We can talk about this later. Always happy to help.
Well, at least we got through that fast. Now we can finally talk to Kang.
That's it. You have everything you need. Just let me know when you want to go, and we'll set the Marvelous Dragonfly to flight.
What do you think about our current situation?
I think we're waiting around for nothing. We have the inscrutable power source, the wind map, and the flyer. The Imperial City won't fly its way to us.
That'd be pretty awesome, actually. And I bet you could make that happen.
Yes. I'll keep at my plans for the Dragonfly. Perhaps a sling for carrying oxen. The industry could use some automation. A dying breed, the ox carrier.
And that's all the time we have for this session. Next time, we're on our way to the Imperial City, where we'll get to shoot more people! Yay! See you then.